court, you should shut up. And then
Yeah.
that's the message he sent to Jimmy Butler. So there are rumors and rumblings of Jimmy Butler leaving right now. And I think there are a couple teams that definitely stand out that he could go to. One would be Dallas, because I think Kyrie, Luka, and Jimmy Butler could fit together. And I don't think they would really step on their toes. Jimmy Butler doesn't need the ball. Really, to score, and he's fine just doing the dirty work on defense, facilitating an offense, whatever he needs to do to win, and that would give him an opportunity to win a title. Or San Antonio in the same state with Wemby there. You have Trae Young, who is interested in going to the Spurs and playing with Wemby, so you could assemble that super team. Derek White is also a free agent this year, so he could go back home to San Antonio if Boston doesn't have enough money to pay him. So I could see Jimmy Butler going to one of those teams, or potentially going back to Philadelphia. Now that Tyrese Maxey has come into his own, we're seeing that he's kind of taking the lead on that team as the closer. Save a little bit of Embiid so he doesn't have to tax himself throughout the regular season. So I think any of those three options could work for him.
I think of all the three you mentioned, I think the Mavericks would be fascinating.
Yeah.
As somebody who has watched the Mavericks and has been an appreciator of the Mavericks, whether it be in the Dirk era or the Luka era, that would be a great fit, because I really like seeing him and Kyrie and how they've complemented each other well. And let's see how they do. I mean, we're going to go over their series in just a minute here, but how, depending on how they go toe to toe with the Thunder, Jimmy could be their missing piece potentially.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler could definitely be their missing piece, because you need someone who can also be out there on the perimeter defending. You would have the athleticism, because then you would have PJ Washington, Jimmy Butler, Luka, and Kyrie. It would just be if Mark Cuban wants to go into the luxury tax that much. But if you want to win a championship, you pretty much have to go into the luxury tax in this era of the NBA. But you would have three players who could go head to head with Denver, because then you would have Jimmy Butler, who could guard Jamal Murray. He can guard Michael Porter on your team, and he's another offensive threat where if Kyrie or Luka isn't on, then you would have Jimmy Butler, who can step up and give you a game. And he's taken a team to the finals on his own, and I don't think he would need to hog the ball so much that it would disrupt the chemistry of that team. And then Luka, Kyrie can just go out there, score, facilitate the offense. And I think Jimmy Butler would be a pretty good complementary piece, and it'd be similar to what a much better version of what Chris Middleton, Giannis, and Dame were supposed to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think he'd also push around those younger role players as well and get them up to speed, and also tax them and make sure that they can continue to develop as well. So Jimmy Butler in Dallas, we're shipping it now. We'll see if it happens.